All right, Andy, here's your harness. You need tubular nylon. The question is how much? The answer is it depends. I like a little bit longer than my ape index. I'm 6 feet tall. I think 14 feet is probably good. The real answer is it depends how fat you are. If you're fat, you want more than 12 feet. And if you're super skinny, you could probably get away with double arm's length if it's doubled up like this. So let's say 12 to 14 feet. Take the halfway mark and put it on a hip bone, the anterior superior iliac crest. You're gonna hold it there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna wrap one of those ends around without letting it slide much, and then create a few spirals and snug them up. Those spirals, as they snug up, are gonna cinch on to each other and do two things. They're gonna create width for your leg loops, and it's also gonna prevent it from sliding. So this is 3 turns. If you need more room, you could have 4 turns. I wouldn't do more than 4, and I wouldn't do fewer than 3, so 3 to 4. Then you're gonna squat down, grab a hold of those straps, and pull it tight, and pull it up behind you, and then pull those loops with your fingers up under that waist belt that you created. So pull it up and through, and then from the inside out. So now that you've got a short end and a long end, that long end's gonna wrap around the front, and on the side, you're gonna tie a square knot, right? Left over right, right over left. And then just make sure that the tail of those knots is longer than your fist. Then you need a carabiner, right? A locking carabiner is a good idea. It's not any stronger when it's locked. It just prevents it from opening. And if it opens, then it's weaker. Then you need to be able to put the carabiner through both of these, the loops, right? And you can see now that the loops are giving me room to not get too pinched. Put it through both, and now you can clip in. I like clipping this way, and if somebody is going to do the clipping for you, it tends to be a little bit easier to have that the other way so they can push the rope down. Once it's clipped, then you can lock it in, and it's good. You want to make sure that that knot is good because that's holding it all together. And although it looks uncomfortable to create it really tight like this, it ends up more comfortable when you're hanging in it than if it were loose, because if it's loose, then it pinches all the parts you don't want to get pinched, right? And this is perfectly fine. It's very strong, very field expedient harness that works just about as good as a store-bought harness. I wouldn't do it without tubular nylon. I wouldn't do it with a rope if you have the choice, because it creates pressure points and you'll get a harness outlined bruise everywhere that it touches. So tubular nylon is the preferred material. That's it.